Hey guys, it's me, Just Kels, just with 2S and not one, cause period. And I got a motherfucking story and smoke for y'all today. So, with that being said, grab your blunts, make sure y'all make sure y'all comment down below, cause I would love to know what you think, and make sure y'all subscribe, because we're only going from the top from here, okay guys? And I want y'all to be a part of that, you get where I'm coming from, y'all? Do you get where I'm coming from? But anyways, y'all, like I said already, grab your blunts. Let's get up into this story time, because it's a good one. But I got a question. Have you guys ever worked at a nursing home? For real. Any position. I don't give a fuck if you mop the floor. Have you ever worked at a fucking nursing home? Shit. You don't want to. So, back in 2017, me and Love were looking for different jobs to work at, because we were already doing in-home care and that shit wasn't paying enough. And it was literally becoming boring. Like, the clients that we were getting were fucking weird as shit, strange, racist, like, you name it. They were it. So we decided to literally go on a job binge hunt for like a week straight. We got up, y'all, we got dressed every day, and we went out and we were looking. I mean, we went and printed out resumes at job centers. Like, we literally did the whole 9 fucking yard. And we went to this job center, I can't remember what it's called, like Goodwill or something like that, but it's like the Job Explorer place. And isn't Goodwill a clothes store? But it's something like that, whatever. And they help you. So they gave us this flyer. After we went in, we sat in there for 2 hours. We filled out a lot of stuff. And they gave us this flyer for this place, this nursing home. So we filled out the application online. And then they had let us know that we had to go to the place to go do the rest of everything else. Like in person, you know. So we both went in there. We sat in there for a good 20 minutes and filled out this application, y'all. Now, the job that she wanted, she didn't get. But she got a better one. And I got the job that she wanted, which was at the place. I wasn't even expecting it. Like, I literally went up there to help her out. But, you know, because we were both doing the same thing, I'm like, I might as well put mine in too. So I filled it out and I ended up getting it. Y'all know, if I can't smoke, I can't go. So these places, because it's a government facility, require drug tests and everything else. Like when you go in for your screening, right? So they called me back and they let me know that I could go in that Monday, but there was some stuff I needed to do first. Like, take the screening, get the fingerprints, and some. So, because I had got the job, well, in their eyes, they actually paid for my fingerprints for me to go to a place and get all of that stuff done for the Department of Justice and whatever else they check for. I'm not a criminal, y'all. I don't even know why I have to fucking do that shit, but everybody has to do it, from what I hear. So I went and I got everything done. And the day of the drug test, you guys, when I tell y'all, I didn't think about it because I'm just so used to smoking. Love had got this, it's like this jelly shit, y'all. And she put it inside of this, I think I had cranberry juice and a water. And I had to drink all of that shit. And it makes you piss. So I smoked right before I started drinking this stuff because I'm just like, I'm nervous, and I didn't think about it, and it was really an accident because we had stopped smoking the day before. I know. One day wasn't going to make a fucking difference because the shit does stay in your system. But I could have played the system. You know what I'm saying? I could have played the system. So we're in the parking lot of the place where I had to go and do my piss test, basically, to check for drugs. Excuse me. And it was time for me to go in because I had a 9:30 appointment. I remember that shit so clear. I had a 9:30 appointment. And I walked in there, I signed in, I sat down, and I texted her, like, I am so fucking nervous because we just got done smoking. What if it doesn't work? And she texted me back, and she's like, well, did you drink all the water stuff? And I had took a small water bottle inside because it was the last bit. I finished the last of that shit, and the lady calls my name. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I'm high as fuck right now. And I'm finna go in here and go take a drug test. Like, I'm pretty fucking sure I'm gonna fail 1,000%. Like, y'all, I just got done smoking. And I was literally gobbling that shit down like the water. Like, everything had to go down. So, as soon as she called my name, I had to pee. So I had to pee, and that was literally as soon as she called me. So I was like, thank fucking God. So I go in the bathroom. Well, actually, I stood behind her because she had to give me this cup, and she had to give me the little towelette things. So she handed it to me. There was a sign on the door, say bathroom, obviously. So I already knew that that's where I was going. So she was like, to the bathroom, and I walked to the bathroom, and I was getting ready to, like, close the door because I'd never been drug tested before. So I was getting ready to close the door, and she's like, leave the door cracked, please. I was like, okay, I could do that. Y'all, I pissed in the cup. I did it. I pissed in that cup, y'all. I sure did. And it wasn't a lot, but it was something. Because it was like, I was too nervous, but I thought I'd go. But I gave it to her, and she was like, oh, you must have went before you came. I just looked at her like, nah, I really actually had to pee. So the test was actually instant, and she told me that. But she did tell me that they do require for us to leave the building and have them call us and let us know what the results are. But she told me off tops, like, you know, the drugs that we were looking for is not in your system. She was like, as a matter of fact, your system is clean. And I looked at this lady like, my system is clean. By y'all, 20 minutes before that, I was outside doing this. So nervous. I hope I get this job. I hope this drug test don't come back dirty. Literally, like, make it make sense. Like, I don't know, but by the grace of God, y'all, I passed that drug test, and I ended up getting this fucking job and having to go in Monday at 8 in the morning. Worst morning, because I didn't want to get up. I was tired as fuck. And on top of that, I think I got a ride the first morning because we both started our jobs at the same time. We were on the same schedule, actually. So Love had gave me a ride to the job. So they actually texted me this code or whatever to put in the door to get in. So I felt dope. You feel me? I had on my little scrub outfit and all the things. Y'all, I was ready. So I put the little code thing in the door, and I walk in, and they're like, you need to go sign in or clock in or whatever. I'm like, cool, this is my first time clocking in. How do I clock in? And the lady's like, use the last word of your song, Sean. It's like, okay. It was like, from that moment, that was the first sign of attitude that I got from this lady. And we're gonna call her Angry Bear. We're gonna call her Angry Bear because she was literally just always fucking angry for no reason. It's like, she didn't wake up and poop. Like, you know you're supposed to wake up and poop. It makes you feel better. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? But anyway, she just always seemed angry. But that was like the first fucking red flag when it came to her, because I'm like, okay, it's something about her spirit, it just don't sit. So the crazy part is Angry Bear wasn't even the one that hired me, y'all. I got hired by a man, and he was one of her staff members, and he wasn't even a manager. But over whatever it is that he was doing, I guess he became that when he took it in his hands to hire me. She didn't know that because apparently this lady was on vacation. So John hired me, and his wife Ashley, that's what we're going to call her, Ashley. Everybody else is going to be Ashley, damn it. But they hired me, and I literally had one specific job, and that was literally laundry, housekeeping. I will go from room to room and go get all the people's clothes, take them back to the washroom, wash their stuff, and take it the fuck back or put it in the baskets, and the caretakers will come and get them and put them back in the rooms. But that was my job. So she seemed a little tense about the situation. And she did tell me that I wasn't even supposed to be there. And that really got me too, because it's like, I'm already here. I didn't went through the drug test and everything else. Like at this point, there is no point in changing your mind. Like, I've already gotten hired. I'm finna get my first check on the next payroll cycle. Like, it's just too late. Like, I'm in here. I'm not going anywhere. So she gives me the rundown on the building, and she walks me around everything so I can see. And, you know, I got the hang of it. I get what I'm supposed to do. I'm smart. I catch on easily. Wash the clothes like I do at home. I got 3 goddamn kids. Washing is fucking easy. Like, it's simple. This is shit that you grow up on, okay? You want me to clean up? I know how to clean up. So that was basically my job title. And I guess something happened to where they needed more help in the kitchen because people didn't want to work. So that was literally my second position. Mind you, people who were in the kitchen got paid a little bit more. So what I was paid for was different. What they got paid in that kitchen was different. But what they paid me in the kitchen was what I got paid for in the other room. Like, Basically, y'all, I didn't like the job. I would come home complaining every night to the point where babe was just like, why don't you just quit? Because you stressing me out, because you're stressing, and it's just not a good look. Like, I understood that, but it's like, damn, we need this money. I mean, we didn't need it, but it's like, gotta make money. It's my first job. I want to do something. And, ugh. But anyways, y'all, the next day I go to work. This is when I meet this other guy who works there. And this is when all my fucking troubles at this place started. Like, this is when all the messy shit started that should even be started at a job where you're supposed to work and make money. Because, you know, you're supposed to be busy doing what you're doing. You don't even have time to fucking sit and talk to anybody else. But this person made it possible, okay? We're gonna call this person Trouble. This person was straight motherfucking trouble, y'all. Let me tell you about Trouble. I think Trouble, how do I put this? I think Trouble had a lot of flavor in his sauce, if you know what I mean, y'all. Yeah, he had a lot of flavor in his sauce, and he knew how to mix that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I guess he hadn't been there in a minute and had got, or matter of fact, it wasn't that. We were on two different schedules. I would work in the morning, so I would never see him. And his schedule changed. So we just so happened to be on the same schedule. Now, I told you guys, I had to go around to different rooms at the place and get the residents' clothes and take them to the laundry room. So I would do them in sections. Like, I would have A wing, B wing, and C wing. So I would start with C wing because it was literally the farthest. And I knew I could be done in 2 days because it was like hella rooms back there. While I'm back there and I'm getting the clothes out, they wanted me to step out the room so they can change a resident. Fine with me. But they wanted me to wait because this resident apparently was real poopy, y'all. So I had to take them clothes and put them in the laundry room. And that's the second red flag, because it's like, I feel like y'all should put that shit in a bag and wash it out, or I don't know, throw it away. Throw the whole fucking laundry basket away because it's fucking disgusting. But they wanted me to wait, so I did. And they put the stuff in there. They put no bags on it or anything. So I was like immediately walking back to this fucking laundry room to go throw that shit in the wash machine. Because I'm not gonna walk around here gagging. Ew. I'm not gonna walk around here gagging. Like, it's not gonna happen. So there was some more stuff that they want to put up in there. But because it smelled so bad, I literally just started walking back. So that's when Trouble knocks on the laundry room door, because at the time we had a key. It was only one key, and we had to hang the fucking key up. So I took the key in the inside because I knew I was going to have to come back out, make my rounds again, and I didn't want to go back reaching. Like, I don't have time for that, and I'm the only one authorized to go inside of the laundry room. You feel me? No one else needed to be in there. You feel what I'm saying? So I took the key in the inside, and I heard this knock on the door. And as soon as I opened the door, Trouble's like, you were supposed to wait and take all of the soiled linen out. You were supposed to get the sheets and stuff too. First of all, I just looked at him because it's like, you're not my boss. I already don't like the damn boss. And third of all, Trouble, I don't even know you. Hi, how are you? Yes, I would like to let you know something. This, and this. You didn't even have the common decency to come at me respectfully. And that's when I knew, like, okay, this little sassy ass nigga, he thinks somebody playing with him. So I just looked at him. I gave him this look. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I get it. But it smelled too bad and I wasn't finna stand there. He's like, oh yeah, girl, I understand. So it was like, were you waiting to see how I was finna come off to see how you could and couldn't talk to me? At that point, I set the motherfucking tone at that point because I was like, look, I don't like the way certain stuff is operating around here. Like, y'all do shit ass backwards. And I feel like me being here, like, I'm not just gonna work here just to get a fucking check. At this point, I'm gonna make y'all need me because y'all are doing stuff so weird. So this is what we're gonna do about this. And he was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I was like, oh, okay, I see what type of person he is. So why does he go back and he goes to go tell Angry Bear about my attitude towards him and I guess guiding me on what to do in the place? Like, it's my first time seeing you, and I've probably been here for a couple days at this point. Like, I already know that I gotta take the clothes out the room, bruh, and take them to the washroom, and throw them bitches in the washing machine, and when they're done, put them in the dryer. Like, I'm not fucking dumb, but that really irritated me. So, I want to say that was my first warning. It was about my attitude. When I tell y'all, Angry Bear wanted to be my motherfucking mom so bad. She wanted to just really tell me what the fuck to do. Like, oh, I want you to think this way. Or I want, no, like, no. First of all, you can't do people like this. Like, you gotta come at me correctly. I don't give a fuck. So she asked me, in this verbal warning, I had to go up in her office because she called me up in there, and she was like, well, I didn't even really approve for them to hire you. Just telling me all kind of unnecessary shit. Like, bitch, if you don't want me to work here, fire me. And that'll be wrongful termination. I'm finna go down to the EDD office, and I'm finna get my money because you got me fucked up. Make it make sense. Anyways, y'all. She's like, yeah, your attitude is one thing, and how you come at people and talk to people. You know, we have high standards here, and we're all about respect and space. And I'm just looking at her like, so this is what Trouble told you, right? And she's like, oh, we're not going to put any names out there. You know, we're not going to throw anyone under the bus. So I'm like, I already know. At this point, you should have just said that nigga's name, because he was the only person that I talked to. He was the only person who introduced himself to me. Like, what the fuck? So that right there made me not even want to be at work for the rest of the day. And on top of that, I couldn't believe that this heifer waited. She literally waited to my lunch break. I only got 10 minutes. Matter of fact, it wasn't even a lunch break. It was like one of in between breaks. I only got 10 minutes, and you want to talk the whole fucking 10 minutes? It's that fucking important. Like, girl, like, you're being fucking extra. So I just knew. Trouble, I gotta watch what I say to him and around him. But at that point, I wanted to get that nigga back so fucking bad. I watched him like a fucking hawk, y'all. Like, what you doing? I was all in that nigga business. I literally wanted to make sure that any mistake he made, I could literally go back to Angry Bear and let her know. Well, look, this was woo 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 woo, and was supposed to be done by woo woo woo, and it wasn't done. Like, I was fed up. Like, okay, I see how we finna do this. So this night, somebody had called off, and I ended up having to take on a caregiver's position. That night, I didn't get off until 10 o'clock. Originally, I get off at 8:30, but I had to wait until they came. They didn't end up coming until about 10, 11, maybe like 11 o'clock they came. But I ended up taking over for them, and Trouble worked the same wing. He worked the same wing that I was in, so it was like, you know, they wanted him to show me what to do. It was him, and we're going to call the other one Beezy. It was him and Beezy. She was hella fucking cool. I love her. She was showing me, like, the ins and outs on how to do whatever. Now, my mom worked different homes, hospital, and even had clients that she, you know, had to bring in, or she had to go in as a live-in. So it's like, I already knew, you know, the basics and what to do. And it was just like being around my grandma. Like, you know, it was easy for me. So I really need the help. But the tips was cool. The pointers was cool, because I knew what to do and what not to do. But that night, I can't remember what exactly the conversation was about. And I never met the person whom they were talking about until the next day. That's when more shit starts up, because I got another warning about being messy. And it's crazy because it's like, I don't know none of y'all. I've only been here for like 5 days, y'all. I wasn't even there for a whole fucking week, and I got wrote up. Not a verbal. I got wrote up, and it was for being messy. And it was like, I don't even know you motherfuckers. How can I talk about you if I don't know you? I'm supposed to go get these clothes or do whatever takeover and work up in that kitchen. So I'm at work or whatever, and I go from one shift to the next shift. So I will go from laundry room to the kitchen. So I get all dressed up and ready. I go to my lockers upstairs, and I go change my clothes or whatever, because I can't wear them soiled ass clothes that I'm washing. You feel me? I'm washing in the kitchen. That's weird as fuck. That's strange. So I go change my clothes or whatever, and I wash my arms up or whatever, put the gloves and shit on, put my hairnet on, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I could you not, somebody told me I could put my stuff up in the lockers up there, and they said that it was mandatory. Like, you have to keep your stuff up there, because they was worried about people stealing and doing other shit. So, yeah, I left my stuff up there. And I go down, I see Trouble, I see Beezy, and a few other people who are walking up to break room, because that's where it was at. And I didn't think anything of it, because I closed the locker. Like, you wouldn't think nothing was in there unless you sat there and opened all the fucking lockers up. I honestly didn't, think anything of it, me seeing them walk to the break room as I'm walking, to go work my next shift in the kitchen. I get to the kitchen, and this is where I meet Shorty, y'all. Shorty was cool as fuck. Like, we made it happen, Captain. Like, we was the real deal when it came to that motherfucking kitchen, and Shorty know how to cook. So, y'all know I was eating there, before I go home, because that shit was fire. Like, they was doing that shit up in that kitchen, y'all. So, we would literally get shit done so quick. And this day, after we put all of the food on the trays, we would have to take them out to the residents. And certain residents couldn't have certain food. So, you would be able to tell by the tray who eats what, and we would sit them at a certain table. So, this day, before I even take the food and stuff out, matter of fact, somebody else was there to take the food out. We gonna call him High Times. High Times was there to take the food out, whatever. And we call him High Times because the nigga was always fucking high and always gonna ask me if I wanna get high with him. Like, nigga, we're not gonna do this shit at work. I don't even want you to know that I smoke weed. Like, I don't even want you to be in my business like that. I don't want you to know shit about me, okay? Just know that I bring my ass to work, okay? I get this truck and I go to fuck home type of shit. Anyways, y'all, so High Times was gonna take all the food out, but before any of that had occurred, we had to do waters and put the waters and stuff on the table. Not only that, we had to set the tables, which means put the silverware out, the cups and everything else, for the people who sat wherever. Move the chairs to accommodate whoever was in a wheelchair. You feel me? We just had to do the whole 9 yards. That was in a fucking job description, okay? So as I'm doing that, I see Trouble, and he's like, I'm getting ready to wheel in the residents. Well, the ones that need to be wheeled in because, they got to get them inside of the chair, and it just take a little longer. So they do that shit at least, 10 minutes early so everybody else can get there in time, because the other residents, they walk pretty quick. When they said something to eat, they was ready, okay? You hear me? Like, so anyways, he tells me that or whatever, and he starts to go get, whoever he has to get from whatever wing he has to get to. And it had to been close because he came back really quick. So, sometimes some of the residents, they were disabled. Some had dementia and something else, some other problems. But they were able to, let you know what was up. They could talk shit, too. So some of them liked their hair done. And it was kind of weird to, it was kind of weird to me that, they would do hair where they eat at. And I've seen a couple, workers actually do someone's hair where they sit at the table, which is weird. Like, what if the hair fly on ew, we just wasn't raised like that. Like, I just don't get down like that. I'm parched. Hold on. Anyways, y'all, it was weird. So Trouble comes in, and he brings Tommy in with him, and he walks back out to go get, the rest of everybody else. And you can just see, like, the rest of all the residents starting to walk inside the kitchen. So this point, I'm going to go put all the waters on the table. And I have some residents that always used to greet me and be nice. And I got some that will call me asswipe and everything else, y'all. Like, they was really fucking mean. Like, it was one who really didn't like me. He was German. I don't know what the fuck his problem was. Oh, my God. He used to... Never mind. He just used to do some fucked up shit to me. Throw shit at me. Ooh, I wish I could have thrown it back. But I would have lost my job. Anyways. Whew, that was a little evil thought. Anyways, y'all, everybody got up in there, and I see Trouble walking back in. Now, mind you, like I said, somebody wanted their hair done at the table, which was weird as fuck. And I see him with it's like a pile of rubber bands or whatever. They're sitting on the table, and he has a spoon. High Time ended up bringing all the food around by this time. It took them a couple minutes, but all the food goes around at this time. So I noticed that he's like one table away from where we're at, because I'm still putting the waters and stuff on the table, and they're still greeting me, and I'm greeting them, and I'm making sure they sit down. They got napkins, and some of them want coffee, so I got to go back and forth or whatever. I got to ask them what they want, just like they at a restaurant type of shit. I might as well have worked at fucking Denny's or something. But anyways, he's a table away from us, so I see Trouble sitting the table on the side of me. And he's sitting with the resident who's in a wheelchair, and he has like this spoon full of rubber bands, and he thought it was funny to like put up to his mouth. That was my motherfucking grand opportunity. But it's so fucking crazy how quick shit happens when it comes to me. Like, I really be wanting to go run off and go say some shit like, hey, look, while you was getting on my head, why y'all not paying attention to woo 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 woo? But it's crazy. Somebody already seen him. And it wasn't even a worker. It was a resident, y'all. And he was a veteran. And he used to be like, why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? He had a lot of stuff wrong with him, but he didn't understand it. But he ended up, like, getting up and was like, I don't pay to see stuff like this. And he went to go tell somebody. So they was trying to figure out who did it. Of course, he didn't give no names because the man had dementia, y'all. So by the time he got to the front, he knew what he was going to tell him. He just didn't know who it was. Like, we see these people every day. They see us every day. Some of them will see us, and 5 minutes later, their whole mind will reset and be trying to figure out who the fuck we are. Like, what's your name again? And you be looking at them like, damn, Janice, I just told you. Shit like that. Anyways, the guy had went to go let the people know. He couldn't give any names, but I did hear it circulating around. And because I seen it on my own eyes, I decided to walk back in the kitchen. I told Shorty, like, I could have sworn I just seen trouble trying to feed woo some fucking rubber bands. And I don't know if it was in a playful manner, but I think that's weird. Because if that was my fucking grandpa, I would have knocked you the fuck out. Because those are somebody's peoples. Like, so what, they in a home? Yeah, the people should be taking care of them. But maybe they hard to take care of. Like, my nose is so fucking red, y'all. My allergies got the best of me today. I can see it through the screen. It just look crazy. But anyways, them is somebody's grandparents. Like, those are somebody's parents. And I got offended right away because what if that was my grandfather? I really would have tried to hurt your ass. Like, that's not even funny. So I decided to go speak up and say some shit. And again, you guys, I'm on the messy side. But like I told this bitch, I seen it out of my own eyes. Like, we're not finna do this. But like I told her, I'm gonna just mind my business. And when you see the residents poop out a rubber band, you're gonna understand exactly what happened. So that whole situation was like done and over with. Well, at least I thought. I don't know what they did about trouble because, yeah, I still seen him. And that's where the favoritism comes in at. Like, how do you have favorites who do weird ass shit? And that's crazy because that's how everything fucking works. Like, you're the favorite and you do the weirdest shit. Or that's your best friend, but she do the weirdest shit to you. Like, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of shit. She would literally show favoritism to these people. Like, I tried to call off and she gonna tell me she needed me in today for 2 shifts. But I have something to do today. Like, I have somewhere to go. So I ended up just not coming in. And I told her, like, I couldn't come in. You talking about do this, and this. And matter of fact, I did go in. I was trying to call off because it was my daughter's first day at school. And I was upset. I had an attitude at work. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was just pretty quiet. Now, the guy who was over me, the supervisor who was over me wasn't even exactly a supervisor. But he kind of asked me, like, what's going on? And I'm just like, I really do feel picked on by Angry Bear. Like, she always saying something to me. He's like, yeah, she could be a bitch, you know, just do your job. And I think you do a good job. Yeah, but can you convince her that I do a good job? Because you wouldn't even supposed to hire me. Like, you don't have no fucking authority, y'all. Like, you can't fucking save me if she tries to fire me. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, I tried to, like, straighten up my attitude, and it was horrible. It was whatever. Y'all know I smoke cigarettes, so on break, I went to go sit outside. I called babe on the phone. I just let him know what's going on. And, of course, y'all, he be trying to help me keep a clear head. I'm so fucking stubborn. It all goes away. I just get mad all over again. The supervisor who was over me wasn't even exactly a supervisor. But he kind of asked me, like, what's going on? And I'm just like, I really do feel picked on by Angry Bear. Like, she always saying something to me. He's like, yeah, she could be a bitch, you know, just do your job. And I think you do a good job. Yeah, but can you convince her that I do a good job? Because you wouldn't even supposed to hire me. Like, you don't have no fucking authority, y'all. Like, you can't fucking save me if she tries to fire me. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, I tried to, like, straighten up my attitude, and it was horrible. It was whatever. Y'all know I smoke cigarettes, so on break, I went to go sit outside. I called babe on the phone. I just let him know what's going on. And, of course, y'all, he be trying to help me keep a clear head. I'm so fucking stubborn. It all goes away. I just get mad all over again. even rethinking the situation pisses me the fuck off. So I just be trying to like, okay, forget it. And then I already know y'all, he didn't want me to come home talking about the shit either, because we were low-key clashed. Like, damn, this is all you want to talk about. Like, it was just so stressful. Like, it was horrible. So the next day I go into work and somebody called off, and it was a slum job, of course, a fucking janitor, y'all. And look, there ain't nothing wrong with being a janitor. I don't knock nobody hustle, not a way you get a check or any of that shit, okay? It's just not for me. I don't like doing that shit. I clean up at home. Why do I gotta go to work and clean up? And y'all want to mop these big ass floors? Mind you, I mopped, but like my mom always had like Swiffer jets and little fancy ass shit like that. So we didn't really like mop, y'all, like with the in the school mops with a I didn't know nothing about that shit, y'all. Like, I was completely fucking confused. So I'm doing the best I can with this big ass fucking mop that I gotta literally take back and forth to drain and dump and put more cleanser and fucking strain the fucking mop and do all of this fucking extra shit. And it was really hurting my, look at my arms. They're fucking little. It was hurting my fucking arms so bad. Look, I ain't trying to bitch up, okay? I'm not made for shit like that. Like, I'm not made to do shit like that. And look, there's nothing wrong with it to those of you who fucking do it. Good fucking job to y'all. But for Kel, it ain't made that fucking way for me. Like, I don't like that shit. I can't fucking do it. But anyways, I did it, y'all. And I did the best I fucking could fucking... I just did the best I could do. Look, I'm getting mad all over again because that bitch really made me just want to beat that hoe. Beat that hoe. She really made me want to hurt her. And if I ever feel like I gotta hit you, I don't want to fuck with you. Let me tell y'all what the fuck happened, y'all. Where the kitchen area is at, there's a bathroom on the side. So I opened up the bathroom right there and I mop. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing the best I can. Like I said, we use like the little Swiffer jets and shit. Like, my mom was fancy smancy. Like, we didn't have shit like that. Anyways, I'm mopping. I'm doing what the fuck I can. And as I'm mopping, there's a wet floor sign up, which means just don't, it ain't no fucking caution, bitch. Don't walk on the floor, it's fucking wet. And the residents have to stay in the room when you mop the floor, because if they fucking fall and break a hip because I mopped the floor, it's gonna be all on me. And I just can't have that type of trouble in my life. So, no, I don't want no smoke over here. So I'm mopping the floor, and I finally get up to the front where the laundry room area is at, which is kind of in the front of the building. Like I said, y'all, I'm doing the best I can. And I'm mopping. It's, you know, it's not streaking. It's drying up good. It's a little shiny and everything. And she starts to walk on the floor. And she's like, girl, hasn't anybody ever taught you how to mop? I was like, I don't usually do this. And she was like, it's obvious. That shit pissed me off. Bitch, I was doing the best I fucking could. How you gonna come criticize me and not show me how to do it, but talk about me to me? Like, I can't stand that shit. One thing I can't stand is a motherfucker who talk about you, but don't show you how to do it. Damn, like, what if I never learned how to do this shit? What if we had fucking maids and shit? Like, what if? Because, bitch, you don't know. But anyways, she's like, this is not how you mop. This is not how you do it. So I'm like, okay, well, can you show me how? And she gonna tell me no. The bitch told me no. So I went and I found John, and I was like, yo, she telling me I can't mop this floor. I'm finna go home. Like, I'm beyond pissed. Like, she walked on the wet floor to walk up to me and ask me, has anybody ever taught me how to mop? I should call my mama to come beat your ass type of shit. Because don't do that. I know how to clean up. But it's like, I didn't know that you're supposed to do it a certain way. Like, I'm just mopping. I'm trying to get all up in the creases and shit. Like, I'm trying to get the shit clean. I'm wringing it back out and everything. I'm dumping the water as I go. She just really picked on me, and it really pissed me off. It pissed me off real bad. Now, it was a stressful time for us because we were in the process of moving. So it was like, damn, like, I gotta come here and deal with all of this shit, and I gotta go home and, you know, pack up and do this, and I'll be tired as fuck and get back up and come to work to hear your fucking shit. Like, boop. Tell me that I don't know how to mop and you don't want to show me. So you know what I did? You know what I did, y'all? I was like, this is the time where I'm going to take my 10-minute. And I went to go call my mom. And I was like, can you come pick me up? Because I'm really finna go off in here. Like, my shift is over at a certain time. Because the maintenance people, they leave at a certain time. And then not the maintenance people, the janitors, they switch out. So one will have like a 4-hour shift, the other one come and have a 4-hour shift, and then the other one will come and do the other one. I was damn near done. I didn't already clean fucking bathrooms and did all kind of other shit I didn't want to fucking do because another motherfucker called off work. Mind you, they made different pay than what I made. They only upped mine one time, and I was literally for sitting at the front desk. Backwards. But anyways, I'll call my mom and I'm like, I need you to come get me because I'm extremely upset and I'm really finna go off. And normally she would be like, no, mommy, don't do this, don't do that. She was like, I'm on my way. I was literally at my fucking breaking point because it was like, you just found any and every reason to literally talk down or step on me. Like, and one time we had talked, and I think this was my last write-up. No, it was my third write-up, but I did get another chance. And she was just like, your attitude is bad, but I do want to know, what is that you want in life? Like, where is it that you're trying to get to? At the time, my mom was getting her licenses and stuff to be an administrator and run her own home and, you know, stuff like that. So it was like, that's what I wanted to do. We already work with in-home care patients. We already flipping ass and wiping it already. So it's like, this is something I can see as a career at this point. And my mom and Love was literally my biggest influencer for that. So I told her, I want to be an administrator. I want your position. For me telling her that, she had it out for me. She had it out for me, y'all. She was going to make sure I didn't get nowhere near the fucking position that she was at because she literally tried to give me every fucking slum ass job in that thing. And it was like, we black, and I'm not saying that I should get any leeway, but sis, what are you doing? What our ancestors fought for the same thing, bitch. Sis, what are you doing? Why are you being weird to me? Why are you acting like this towards me? What did I do to you? Like, the fuck did I ever do to you? Like, serious question, y'all, because I never did nothing to her. Like, I always said how I felt when I felt it. And it's a time and place for everything. So how I said it, I would say it different versus how I would say it at home if I'm mad at a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she just had it out for me since day one. She didn't give a fuck about me. She didn't like me. And then her little friend across the way who's head of her office, she was just as much as a bitch as she was. Like, she don't even need a name. But let's get back onto this part. So after I called my mom, she said she was going to come get me. Like, literally no hesitation. I didn't know where she was at. She didn't tell me, like, you know, if she was at home or anything. But it was around the time that she was getting off work. So, I told her I was going to wait for her. So I went to go clock back in. Because I told you I clocked out for break. I went to go clock back in. I took the key from off of the little fire extinguisher thing. And I opened up the laundry room door. I took that key in there with me. I laid my ass on the table and I took a nap. It was probably like a 10-minute nap, waiting for my mom to get there. But I went to sleep. I wasn't finna wash nothing. I wasn't going around to another room. I wasn't finna do shit. I literally fucking disappeared. I went and clocked out. I was just so fucking over that shit. It was like, and that wasn't even the first time I fell asleep in the washroom. And the time I got caught asleep in the fucking washroom, I'm gonna give y'all that story on a whole nother day. But anyways, y'all, I was just so frustrated. I went to sleep. I wasn't gonna do shit. I wasn't about to help nobody else out. A couple people knocked on the laundry room door. I didn't even open the door. Like, when it was time for me to leave, I got a text from my mom. And she was like, I'm outside. So I went up in there. I already clocked out because I was just over it. I already clocked the fuck out. I was going to take a nap. Like, I'm finna wait for my mom up in this laundry room. So I put the little shit that I had back, put the key up. The lady wasn't even in her office when I walked out, thank God, because I probably would have said some shit to her. I got in the car, y'all, and I left. And I just cried to my mom. Like, this bitch, it just bothered me. It's like when somebody really think they better than you. Mind you, the first time I ever seen or met this lady, I met her at Walmart. She was pushing baskets. And then I seen her doing customer service. And then she became the manager. And then she got up out that motherfucker and became an administrator. Look, toodles to her. Like, good fucking job. But Bitch, you're not fucking Buzz Lightyear, and this is not to infinity and fucking beyond, bitch. Like, you don't even believe in chances. Like, she just really bothered me. And that's just gonna lead up to the day that she told me not to come into work. It was like, okay. But that's gonna be the day that we move to Barstow, y'all. That's gonna be a whole nother story time for y'all, because so much went down within them 2 fucking days. It was fucking crazy. Y'all already know I got the lit story times for y'all, and I'm trying to put them all together, and I'm remembering them. Y'all, I see a lot of this shit in my pictures, and I'm just like, damn, I did that. I did some crazy shit. But anyways, y'all, until next time, because the bitch got to go. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Bye.